POV, Jungkook. The letter feels like a fire inside my pocket. Every time I look at her handwriting, I see blood, my lover's blood. My father's silence, my own guilt. I sit in my office, the empire map sprawled before me. Territories, shipments, accounts. Mother built this world out of fear. I'll burn it down with the same fire. Jimin enters quietly, closing the door behind him. You look like hell, he mutters. I've been there, I reply. He eyes me carefully. Now, what's the plan, boss? I glance up. We take control of all the accounts under my name. Slowly, quietly. No one moves until I say. Jimin's eyebrows lift. You're turning against her? My jaw flexes. I'm correcting what she destroyed. He hesitates. And YN? I exhale. She's not to be touched. Not by anyone. Jimin smirks faintly. You sound like a man in love. I don't answer. Also, BCZ, he runs his F-kin mouth too much. Anyway, maybe I am starting to feel love for her. And that's the most dangerous part. POV. YN. He's quieter than usual. Not cold, just different. There's a storm under his silence now. Controlled, dangerous, but not aimed at me anymore. It's a good thing, maybe. Dinner feels strange tonight. His mother talks like she owns the air, every oxygen and carbon dioxide smiling with poison in her words. Well, she is a snake. A venom snake. We'll be hosting a dinner with our partners tomorrow. She says sweetly. I'll announce some good news about our family's future. Jungkook's jaw tightens. What news? She smiles wider. You'll see. I meet her gaze across the table, and for the first time, I don't look away. She thinks she's already won. But I've learned something about powerful people. They break the moment you make them feel small. Later that night, I hear him in the balcony. Smoke curls from his cigarette. He never smokes unless he's bleeding inside. Well, I learned so many little things about him in this time frame. Can't sleep again? I ask softly. He doesn't turn around. You shouldn't be near me. I step closer anyway. Too late for that dear husband. He lets out a quiet, broken laugh. You always do the opposite of what I say. Maybe because someone needs to, I whisper. He looks at me then. Really looks. The moonlight hits his face, and for a moment, he doesn't look like a mafia heir. He looks like a lost boy pretending to be steel. His voice drops. You should have hated me by now. Maybe I tried a few times, I breathe. But it didn't work, actually. Something changes between us. His hand reaches out, hesitates, then brushes my hair back. Slow, careful, like he's afraid I'll disappear. I feel his warmth, his pulse, his hesitation. No words, just silence, deep and heavy, but it feels right. When he finally leans closer, our foreheads touch. No K, Tao, just breaths shared. And for the first time since our wedding, he whispers, from now on, sleep in my room. You're safer there. I don't ask why. I just nod. POV, Jungkook. She falls asleep beside me, small, peaceful, but strong. I stay awake, watching the moonlight crawl across her face. I've killed for less than what I feel right now. I think of the letter again. My mother's lies, my dead lover. And I know what I have to do. She wants to use YN to keep an illegal empire. I'll use the empire to bury her. Next morning. The grand dining hall is filled with people. Allies, investors, old enemies dressed in velvet. My mother stands at the head of the table, radiant in her red gown, holding her champagne glass. Before we begin, she says with a fake smile, I'd like to share wonderful news. I already know what's coming. She's about to announce YN's fake pregnancy. To humiliate her, to lock her into obedience. But before she can speak, I stand. Actually, I say, voice cutting through the room. There's something I need to say first. Her smile falters. Everyone turns to me. I walk over to YN, take her hand, and pull her gently beside me. She's not your pawn, I say, staring directly at my mother. She's my choice, and if anyone here doubts that, I pull YN closer. They'll answer to me. The silence is electric. My mother's expression hardens like stone. You're making a mistake, son. I smirk. I learned from the best, my dearest mommy. Gasps echo. Cameras flash. Allies murmur. And just like that, her plan collapses. Publicly. TOV, YN. His hand is still wrapped around mine, firm, steady. The man who once made me feel like a prisoner is now standing between me and the monster who tried to own me. I whisper under my breath, "What are you doing?" He looks at me, eyes soft. Ending her game. And for the first time, I believe him. And I admire him. POV, Jungkook. As the guests disperse and the tension lingers, my mother's glare burns through me. "Watch yourself, son," she hisses. "You're not ready for war. You're nothing without me." I lean closer, voice low. "Maybe not, but I'm done being your puppet soldier." Her smile fades completely, and I walk away, still holding YN's hand. It feels like the first real act of rebellion, and maybe the first act of love. POV, Jungkook. There's a kind of quiet that only comes before war. It's been 3 days since the dinner. Mother hasn't spoken a word to me, which is worse than her rage. I know she's planning something. I can feel it in the air. Jimin walks in. "All the accounts you asked to move, they're done. You own 51% now. You've basically declared war." I light a cigarette. "Good. Let her come." He hesitates. "And YN?" "She stays inside. No contact with anyone. Not even you, Jimin." He frowns. "You really think she's safe here?" I glance up, eyes cold. "No, but she's safest near me." He gives me that look again, pity mixed with loyalty. "Just remember, boss, when you love someone like that, they become your weakness." I crush the cigarette. "Then I'll turn that weakness into fire. And Jimin?" "Yes, boss. Sometimes you have to keep your mouth shut." POV. YNI can feel it. Something's wrong. Very, very wrong. The guards whisper more than usual. The maids avoid my eyes. Even Jimin seems on edge. And Jungkook, he's distant again. Not cold, just carrying too much. That night I find him in the study, head buried in files, jaw tight. "You're not sleeping again," I say. He doesn't look up. "Can't." "Because of her?" He nods once. "She's not done with us." I walk closer, resting a hand on his shoulder. "Then neither am I." He looks up finally, meeting my eyes, like he's seeing me after days of darkness. "You should hate me," he whispers. "I ruined your life." "You didn't ruin it," I say softly. "You changed it. Maybe that's worse. Maybe it's better. I don't know yet." His lips twitch into the smallest broken smile. "You're insane." "Maybe. But so are you." For a second, the tension melts. His fingers brush my cheek, slow, deliberate, like testing if I'm real. Then his phone buzzes. He pulls back instantly. He checks the message, and his expression shifts. "What is it?" I ask. "Routine security check." He lies, but I see it in his eyes. He's scared. Before I can ask more, he kites my forehead, quick, unexpected, trembling. "Lock the door tonight," he says. "Promise me." I promise, I whisper. POV. Jungkook. The next morning, she's gone. Blood drains from my face when the maid runs in. "They took her, sir. The guards. I don't wait to hear the rest. I grab my gun, my phone, my rage, and walk out. Jimin follows. "Boss, wait." "Who did it?" I snarl. He swallows hard. "Rivals. But there's something worse. The leak came from inside." I stop walking. "Who?" He doesn't answer. I grab his collar. "Who betrayed me, Jimin?" His silence says everything. I shove him back. "You knew." "I didn't. I tried to stop it." My voice drops to a growl. "Then you'd better help me fix it before I kill you too." POV, Y and I wake up tied to a chair, wrists burning. The room smells of oil and iron. There's a man sitting across from me. Not Jimin, not Jungkook, not Taehyung. Older, scarred, fat, ugly, with eyes that smile without warmth. "Welcome, Mrs. Jeon," he says. "You've caused quite the stir." "Where's Jungkook?" He laughs. "Busy cleaning up his family mess. Your husband's empire was built on women like you, chosen, used, discarded. His mother was only continuing the tradition." "What do you mean?" He leans closer, voice low and cold. "Let me tell you a secret, baby. The so-called Air Project? It's not really about babies." He smirks darkly. It's about data. They collect genetic information from powerful families, from people like us. The baby is just a cover, a distraction. What they really want is the DNA, to clone it, to control it. He pauses, eyes burning. Jungkook's father was their first test subject. And his mother? He grins. She's the one funding it. She's the mastermind behind all of it. My stomach twists. You're lying. Am I? He whispers, holding up a folder. Photos, medical reports, contracts with her signature. The world tilts. POV, Jungkook. I storm through the warehouse gates, gun drawn, blood, screams. My men scatter through the corridors. YN, I shout. Then I hear it, her voice, faint but alive. In here. When I see her, tied to that chair, eyes swollen but fierce, I break. I drop the gun and rush to her. Did they hurt you? She shakes her head weakly. They told me everything. Don't listen to them, I whisper, cutting the ropes. You're safe now. No, Jungkook, she says, grabbing my hand. They're telling the truth. I freeze. What? She shows me the papers, shaking. Your mother's not trying to control you. She's trying to replace you. The air leaves my chest. I feel like the ground is gone. She killed your father because he found out, she whispers. And she'll kill us next. I can't breathe. I pull her against me, burying my face in her neck. I'll end her, I whisper. I swear to God I'll end her. Her hands clutch my shirt, trembling. Just don't become her. Her voice breaks something in me. POV. YN. When he cades me this time, it's not soft or patient. It's desperate, angry, alive. It feels like goodbye and promise at once. Like we both know this might be our last night in one piece. He pulls back, forehead against mine. If I lose you again, YN, there won't be a world left for anyone. Tears slip down my face. Then don't lose me. He nods once. Never again. POV, Jungkook. As I walk out of that burning warehouse with her in my arms, one truth settles like smoke in my chest. I can't save both the Empire and her. I have to choose, and I already have.